right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Saturday Morning Legion. Ash and Saib here with you on the Triple S League. We're going to try to have some fun and some escapism this morning and talk a little bit about what's going on in the news, but we're going to be sharing some... we're going to be playing Resident Evil 8 in a little bit, and that should be a lot of fun. Sadly, we don't have Moontag with us this morning. She is not feeling well. She's under the weather, so unfortunately she's not going to be joining us this morning, which is too bad. I was looking forward to her commentary, and also she was going to be doing some artwork, some Resident Evil 8, Resident Evil Village inspired artwork, which of course would probably be a lot of fun, but unfortunately that's just not going to work today. So yeah, if you want to send her some kind words on the Discord server, that would be much appreciated. She's really not feeling well today. So, yeah, I'm in the darkness. Am I? I'm brighter than it should be brighter than last week because I actually have my room lights on this time. It is very gloomy outside, though. I've got a window over here.
Yeah,
and it's very gloomy and rainy right now. It's actually it's been a rough few days. I'll just put that out there. So, no. Oh, I know. It sucks. People are sad that Moon is not with us. I basically am in a cave. That's true. I mean, yeah, turns out one of my kids has to quarantine because of potential exposure to that virus that's going around. And so...
Aren't they below the age of 10 still?
Yeah.
So the chances of that is like 0.000003.
Well,
I think.
So, I don't know. That's just the rule. But anyway, I mean, like, we're not locking her in a room or anything. She just has to stay home for a couple of weeks. So there were some stories going around about people actually like confining their kids to their rooms. I was like, that just...
Yeah. For 2 weeks, they weren't allowed to have visual contact with them. It's like...
That's cruel.
It's cruel. And again, this isn't... using the numbers from the CDC and the WHO and all that, it's infinitesimally smaller than regular like people who are in the red zone getting it. So I really like some of these rules. I feel like I should take back my thing I said a long time ago about any plan is better than no plan. In some of these cases, I'm just shaking my head because I cannot figure out for the life of me how or why some of these decisions are being made. And again, I'm not YouTube. I'm not going against what the CDC and the WHO says. I'm not. I am quoting them, and for some reason, it's like weird. Non-doctors are now, like over top of. Anyways, we don't want to talk about.
We don't need to get into that. This is supposed to be uplifting and fun. So.
But I mean that's the generic that's been the week basically. So
it's been
stressful and frustrating.
Anyway,
and it's even more frustrating when internet doesn't work.
Oh yeah. So Moon and Saib's internet went down like 10 minutes before we were supposed to start. That's the reason for the late start. Apologize for that. But anyway, now that all that's out of the way, we'll get on with the good stuff. So glad to see all of you who are here in the live chat with us. Got some topics we're going to talk about, and then we'll jump into Resident Evil, which I might as well full screen since there's not really much point in just keeping the this frames layout that I have right here. But so just quickly, so this Epic versus Apple trial, I mean, there's leaks coming out left and right from this trial that's going on, and it is there's all kinds of interesting tidbits. We discussed them a bunch on the Tuesday/Wednesday podcast on the Triple S Podcasts channel, but there's more than that we didn't even discuss. We know now how much Epic paid for the exclusivity deal for Borderlands 3. Do you know how much it is, Saib?
I remember reading it, but I don't remember it off the top of my head.
if you were to guess a number, what do you think it would be? What do you think they would
It's
pay for that?
like I said, it's at the back of my head, but I can't
Okay,
recall it.
well, it's $115 million,
Yeah, it
and
was a lot.
I did the math. That's over $600,000 per day for those 6 months.
Hmm.
It's insane. It's over $400 per minute for those 6 months for them to have Borderlands 3 exclusively on the Epic Games Store. It's crazy. It's a crazy amount of money, and I mean, they definitely. I mean, I guess they feel it's worth it in terms of bringing people onto their platform. But the trial is also raising the question: what is a game? Because this is apparently a definitional disagreement or discussion that has come up as part of the trial. So we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about what is a game. Uh, Apple is trying to define a game as something that has a beginning and an end with challenges in the middle. So,
Right? So, like, just makes so much sense.
such a narrow definition when you look at the broad scope of what games are. But of course, when it comes to, um, you know, when it comes to making legal distinctions, sometimes these discussions are important. And I know that, in some cases it's like art, or as some people say, prawn, those delicious shrimp. In some cases, it's very hard to define, and you say, "Oh, you know it when you see it," right? It's what a game is, what art is, even though it's very difficult to put a technical definition on it sometimes. I mean, we have puzzle games, but if I sit down and just build a puzzle, like a jigsaw puzzle, am I playing a game? I mean, that's a really good question. Whereas if I have a jigsaw puzzle game on my phone, that is somehow a game. But if I sit down and build a jigsaw puzzle, like a physical jigsaw puzzle, we don't think of that as playing a game, even though it's essentially the same thing, basically. Very so it gets a little nebulous, but yeah, we'll talk about this a little bit because yeah, this is very interesting. Was there any other topics you wanted to jump into?
Um, like not right away. We've got some so legendary Mass Effect edition. Somebody at
You keep
oh god,
talking. I will be right
what
back.
was this? What this? So the site, um, PC Gamer, big one. They posted their review of the Legacy edition. And you're like, why would they do that? Isn't the embargo still up? And the answer to that is, why, yes, it is. There is most definitely still an embargo up. And you'd be like, wow, that seems extremely irresponsible, if not incredibly stupid. And I would respond with, yes, yes, it is. It is both, actually. So yeah, hilarious. Hilarity ensued. Um, and yeah, so that post got posted up, got taken down pretty quick. Um, it's not bad. There was nothing like outrageous in it. They were pretty positive of it. PC Gamer, of course, would be. I wouldn't trust them for like a fair review. I wouldn't trust. Now, I'm not picking them out or targeting them in any way, shape, or form. I just think any reviewer who is not critical of games and who is always going to favor the big corporation shouldn't be trusted with anything that they do. Like, I mean, it's that's kind of like just the doy, right? So yeah, that's something that I wouldn't I kind of look at that whole thing and I'm like, uh-huh, of course they said that. Yeah, well, what else isn't new? So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Yeah, so I mean, again, it is what it is. It is what it is,
Mm-hmm.
and it's probably again the Mass Effect Legendary Edition is great for people who I don't think haven't played the game before, but the lack of actual the lack of new content in the form of like tie-ins and stuff, or the completely, redoing this. Again, this is a remaster. This isn't a rebuild. This isn't, they aren't taking like the older game mechanics and enhancing them. They aren't fixing a lot of the more stickier situations. They're not adding new content. It's literally just a, hey, here's a visual upgrade to the game. And again, as much as people love to bash on Bethesda, Bethesda has given this stuff away for free. For free. And people will bash, and it's kind of disturbing. It's like people will bash Bethesda far more than they'll bash EA these days. And I don't know why. Because it's not like EA has improved themselves in any way, shape, or form. But Bethesda gives people refunds for 76, after a week of playing it. Again, they did a crap job with that game, but I mean, they gave refunds, right? That's at least something. Despite the fact that it took a little bit and there was some, obvious big mistakes with how they went about it all. But in the end, if you were adamant that you wanted a refund, you got a refund. But they gave away, special edition for free to anybody who owned a current copy of the game and could, and it was connected to like a live account, which was like 95% of the copies of that game. So if you had it on Xbox, if you had it on PlayStation, if you had it on PC, you got the free upgraded version. EA is not doing that. EA is like, oh, hey, you own all the games in our Origin library? Okay, pay us, what is it, $100 in some for most people? Again, I can't, like, it's not that it's a bad game. It's a good game, and I encourage anybody who hasn't played it before, who doesn't own it, to seriously look into it, because it is Mass Effect 2 is probably like I think it's number 3 or 4, probably number 4 best game ever made, like easily, hands down. It's on the top 10 list of most people who play it. So it's a good game. But it's not there's no upgrade, and in fact, it's a downgrade, in my humble opinion, because they've changed the artistry of the game. Whenever you change the artistry of the game, I'm not talking about like graphics, I'm talking about like camera angles and stuff. Whenever you start to change camera angles, you take away something that is. It's like, it's, and we're seeing this more and more and more. It's like, oh, you can't portray, anybody in a bad light because that would make them evil. It's like, yeah, they're the primary like evil character in the game. Well, you really shouldn't be doing that, because that shows people as bad. It's like, you see this in cartoons, like kids cartoons these days are freakishly horrific. It's like either the heroes won't ever kill the bad guy, despite the fact that the bad guy just committed genocide, which in my humble terms makes you, complicit with genocide if you're not willing to punish the, somebody who literally just killed, entire, nations. It's like, oh yeah, no, it's fine. We don't want to stoop to their level. It's like, or maybe you agree with them and you're just passively nodding your head saying, oh, bad thing. It's either that, or it's the bad guy is like, it's like, I want to pay less taxes to the local government. And it's like, again, it's like, that's like, one of these kids cartoons that my nephew was watching, the bad guy was a guy who wanted to build a mall. And it's like, he wants to build a mall. Is he doing so illegally? It's like, no, he's disrupting a lake though. And it's like, okay, well, lakes are important, but is he planning on like where are they moving the lake? Well, they're building a new lake. Okay, so this is kind of like what we call a nature's trade-off. You remove a lake at point A, but you move it to point B, to thus allow for like, better.
Some of those kids cartoon, especially when they have an environmental message or something. Sometimes,
sometimes it makes no sense whatsoever, and it's like that's what I feel like has been happening recently. And again, this ties back to the Miranda thing in Mass Effect, where it's like, oh well, we don't want to showcase her assets. It's like, She was genetically engineered by her father to be perfect physically, which made her perfect physically, but left her with emotional baggage because of that. That's called a story arc in which somebody was where somebody has baggage from a parental figure in their life, and they're learning how to deal with that in a proper, like, appropriate way.
Mm-hmm.
And you, as the main character in this scenario, I can either encourage that or can push the character in other directions. It's called a moral story that is flexible. And of course there's some really you can have some really terrible events happen that way. Of course you can. But at the same time, it's like I don't want to get overly, like, annoyed by this, but it's like, what are you doing? Of course it's like, what are you doing?
You're salty this morning.
I'm very well, I'm salty at this, right?
Yeah.
Because this is one of these scenarios where it's like, this what you're doing, what you're saying, what you're trying to have done doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well,
it causes problems, and it causes annoyances for me and a lot of other people.
it's frustrating too because I have, so the other day I was streaming. Yesterday, was it yesterday? No. What's today? Thursday. I was streaming the new Wolfenstein mod. That's actually a Doom
Today is
mod.
not Thursday, or were you saying Thursday was when
No,
you did
Thursday is when I did the stream.
Oh, okay, right, yeah, right, okay, I'm with you now.
Otherwise, yeah, get to work, Sybe. You're late. So I was streaming this new Wolfenstein mod, which is actually a Doom mod, but they turned it into Wolfenstein, like a successor to Wolfenstein 3D. And it's really really good.
Mm-hmm.
But I streamed it only on Twitch because YouTube, I mean, there's certain symbols everywhere that represent the bad guys in the game.
Quite possibly a World War II bad guy.
World War II bad guys, because that's what you're doing in the game, is you're fighting these World War II bad guys, and it's sad that we can't even say the name because context doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
Which is
no. Why would it? Why would you think context matters?
And that's part of the problem with AI, or the AI systems that they're using as their content management, is that they don't account for context, and it's ridiculous. But yeah, I think even for the human reviewers, is like, oh no, you've got that black spider thing on the screen, banned. But they're the bad guys, and we're killing them and showing why they're evil. Nope, doesn't matter. That's a hate symbol.
We've talked about this before. We've talked about this before, where I knew a kid who was extremely sheltered growing up. His parents didn't let him have access to really anything, including encyclopedias, because encyclopedias, they showcase bad parts of history, or they talk about things in a general, like, fact-laden matter.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, he did not understand, and he did not, like, he did not know that World War I and World War II happened, or who the factions involved were, of course, because he had no conception of it. He came across a picture of the World War II German bad guys symbol, and he thought it was the coolest thing he'd ever seen, because he had never ever been introduced to the fact that these were bad people.
Mm-hmm.
And so he started to copy this thing because it looked cool, and he couldn't find anybody or anything with a symbol that was similar. And I had to explain to him, I'm like, no, you can't draw that. And he was like, why? And I'm like, but because it's a blankety thing. And he's like, what's a blankety thing? And I'm like, do you not know who these people were? And he's like, no. And I'm like, World War II? He's like, what's a world war? Well, that sounds kind of cool. And I'm like, no, it was actually really horrendous. He's like,
really, really
it
bad.
was? And I'm like, how are you like, I don't, like, I don't understand. Like, how do you not know this? And he's like, well, my parents never, they don't let me watch TV or read history books. I'm like, why? And it's like, oh, well, because they don't want me to like be exposed to the world, and it's like,
Hmm. I don't know why my face
brilliant.
cam isn't showing up when I go full screen. It should be there.
I don't know. I don't.
That's very strange. We're having just all the problems today. Anyway, yeah. So that's frustrating. So now I'm going through this. I took a clip from this live stream, but I'm going through and meticulously cutting out or cropping the screen whenever there's that particular symbol on the screen, which is difficult to say the least because it shows up everywhere when
Mm-hmm.
you're in the enemy territory. So anyway, but it's such a good mod that I really want to showcase it. So I'm doing my best. I'm trying. All right. Why? Just sorry. We're gonna get started with the Resident Evil Village right away. But I just wanted to catch up on some of the chat messages we've got. Earlier, a couple of folks were talking about why are they called video games and not digital games. I mean, that's a very good question. I think it goes back to the '80s when everything was video.
Yeah, it goes
You know.
back to the video. Like the video was like this new like this thing that was quite popular. Like there was television, but when people came up with like video, you know, more video players, that was kind of like the second
Mm-hmm.
generation of it. That's where that terminology like really stuck with
Mm-hmm.
that.
Time Bean
So,
says,
excuse
I
me.
literally woke up pre coffee, started pondering what a game is. Yeah, exactly. We'll hopefully talk about that today. We could talk about, is this a game? Is this Resident Evil Village? Is this a game? Or is it a terror simulator? Terror K says, it's probably because EA has a lost cause that's been bad for a while and been beaten to death, while Bethesda is a more recent offender, and there's still hope that the criticism can maybe reverse their course. I mean, that's a response to your comment about how
Yeah,
people
yeah.
will beat up
No,
on
no, and
EA or
I
beat up
actually
on.
agree with that. Yeah, I actually agree with his point. It's like I think people are more critical of Bethesda because of that, but at the same time, it's like I think that there's a lot of people who are starting to give EA more of a pass now, and or at least that's my feeling of it. And I think that's a terrible idea. Like there's a lot of people who are like, oh yeah, I'll probably pick up I'll pick up that game, because it's out. It's like, ooh, or not. like like I don't want to tell you what to do with your money, but like maybe don't support EA for you know blatant nightmarish policy. Like yeah. And again, it's like I think Mass Effect 2 is worth it, but I don't think it's worth it for if you've played the game. If you played the game and you've actually completed the trilogy, it's like don't pick this up. There's nothing new. There's nothing new. Literally, the second and the third game, they didn't even add new visual assets. They didn't recreate visual assets. They just
Yeah.
put it through a machine that increased it from 780 or 1080 to 4K or 2K or 4K graphics. It's like it's not an actual like hardcore improvement. It's an artificial improvement in the visuals of the thing. It doesn't actually the game is not actually better than it was in a raw physical count, you know.
Yeah.
But that's my
All
two
right.
cents.
Let's get going with this game here. Now I'm going to start with the opening cutscene here. I'm not going to play the whole beginning part. We're actually going to skip to a couple hours in after this. But I wanted to show this opening cutscene because this is amazing. Uh, the Sword Sister says, "Spoiler alert: Dollhouse segment exists." And I bought this
Dollhouse
game. I friggin' bought this game. Cool. Yeah. You know what?
Dollhouse segment.
Resident Evil 7. I had no interest in Resident Evil 7. It looked just like a disgusting gore fest that was just gross. But this one fascinated me, and playing it a couple hours last night, I love it. I absolutely love it. But this opening cutscene, is kind of relevant to the story. It kind of sets the stage for what's going on here. So I wanted to show it. Plus, it's just so well done. Anyway, here it is. Well, actually, I will.
Long ago, a young girl went with her mother to pick berries for her father, who was hard at work. But the forest greeted them with a dark, cold silence, the bushes empty. Yet determined to find the berries, the rascal broke free from Mother's grasp and vanished into the trees. Mother's worried cries faded fast as the girl ran on, over vine and under branch, and into the forest deep. Feeling strange eyes upon her, the girl recalled Mother's scary bedtime tales, and her throat became bone dry. Then the Bat Lord appeared. He greeted her warmly and bit his own wing. "Come, child, quench your thirst," he said. So she drank the thick, dark blood and smiled with joy.
Did you know they hired Tim
Passing
Burton
through
for
the
this?
graveyard, menacing
Right?
storm clouds loomed, and the air turned bitingly cold. The girl was shivering in her thin clothes. Then a dark weaver appeared, and with a click of his fingers, crafted mist into a beautiful dress. "Come, child, warm yourself," he coaxed. So she clothed herself.
Really doesn't look
and
any warmer than
smiled
what she
with
was wearing
joy.
before.
Across waters deep and ominous she went, hoping a boat she found would carry her home. But hunger's grip tightened and her heart grew heavy. Then the Fish King appeared and offered one of his many fins. "Come, child, eat your fill." So the girl ate and smiled with joy once more. Continuing on, she soon entered the forest's dark heart. Then an iron steed appeared, bearing a beautiful golden gear. The creature said nothing as the girl approached and snatched what she thought was another gift. The horse grew angry and summoned the other monsters. Terror filled the girl's heart as the wild wind rose around the beasts. Suddenly, a witch appeared, dark yet regal. "Gifts we gave, but more you took," she snarled. "So more in turn is due." In a blink, the girl was trapped inside a mirror.
Whoop. I'm in control of the camera now, apparently.
She's asleep.
What is with the creepy story? She's only 6 months old.
That's my thoughts exactly.
Woman at the store said it was traditional. A local tale.
Anyway, that's it.
Besides,
Yeah. What's with the creepy story?
Because she doesn't understand it. Thank
The
God.
baby is freaking
We
terrifying.
moved
Oh,
her
come
so
on.
that she wouldn't have to deal with any of that, remember?
there's
It
nothing wrong with my memory.
So this is, so these are the same characters from
It's not.
RE7.
Never mind.
So you're Ethan
I'm
Winters.
sorry.
And
But I'm not
that's your
terrible.
wife who you
I'm just
rescued in number
cautious.
7, and
Go cautiously.
you have a baby now.
Put her to bed. I'll finish dinner.
Is the baby a demon? The baby is the baby is the antagonist. The baby is a bad guy. So
It's okay, Rose. Your mother doesn't want to remember it. I can't blame her.
who was it? Okay, Allie's asking which is more scarier, Resident Evil
something?
or Outlast?
I'll put her down.
You know, I actually
You
haven't.
know, I actually have to say that that the baby is there's just something like they haven't quite nailed with the baby's head, and it looks very creepy. Just throwing that out there.
That's on that uncanny valley. Although from this angle, the hair looks really good. Wow.
Yeah, the hair looks really good. It's just there's something wrong with the forehead and the shadowing around it, I think. And it's probably just that uncanny valley.
The diaper holds that which will destroy you, indeed. Yeah, sleepless nights are the nightmare. That's the game. This is just Parenting Simulator 2021. That's all.
Oh, okay. Time Being agrees with me. The baby is horrifying. This makes me feel a little bit bad.
I don't find the baby looks all that bad, but I don't know. Anyway, all right. So there's this whole it's a good thing I played through the prologue last night, because otherwise it would be the whole stream. Like there's this whole a bunch of stuff happens. I don't know if you want story spoilers, but you wind up in this, a bunch of stuff happens, and you wind up in this village where a bunch of other is happening. It's actually quite a harrowing, emotional journey. And then, anyway, I got up to the part where it's just before you're going to end up in the castle with everybody's favorite 9-foot vampire lady being there. And so we're going to see the first cutscene that includes her right away here. But so I'm not in the castle yet. I'm in the village. There's this weird church thingy. Oh, there she is. There's a picture of her there, and pictures of some other just very, very weird creatures. And I think what's really captured my imagination with this game is who the hell are all of these things, and why, how do they relate to some characters we're going to see later. You save your progress by using a typewriter because, I mean, that's perfectly normal and logical, right? So basically the idea is that this is Mother Miranda, and she's supposed to be protecting this village, but for some odd reason, the village, when you arrive in this village, it's a complete disaster, and it's overrun with these lichen creatures. And oh, this lady's very weird and creepy, and she's drawing something on the ground, but I can't talk to her right now. I actually am supposed to go. Oh, there's the gate. Okay, so we're gonna go to the castle. So I had to go around the village, do some things to grab a couple of seals that go in this door, so I can open this door up. By the way, do you want me to switch it to full screen, or are you happy with the layout like this? Let me know in the live chat. My face cam isn't showing up when I set it to full screen. I don't know. We're having all of the tech issues today. So this is the demon crest, and this is the war maiden, which is just such a cool concept. There's a statue of her elsewhere in the town. Looks really cool. Atomic Stew says it looks good. It just still doesn't feel like a Resident Evil game to me.
Nothing but blood and death. Huh?
Yeah, it's. I mean, if you're an old school Resident Evil player, I can see where you might feel that way. I'm not an old school Resident Evil player, so I don't know. For me, I'm coming into it relatively fresh. In my mind, it just kind of is what it is. Can't compare. Although yesterday I went and watched like a recap of the whole story of all of the Resident Evil games. Tried to stuff all that into my brain. Didn't work all that well. No moon tag or live art, so might as well go full screen. Can do that. Could do that. Full screen if you can show the face cam. Yeah, well, I don't know why it's not working. Yeah, when I go full screen, it can't. Yeah. All right. You know what? I'll do this for a bit. If you want me to go back to, if you want to keep seeing my beautiful face on stream. Now this dude.
Anyone was left. You must be pretty tough, huh?
Who the fuck are you?
Oh, you're not local. Even better. Mother Miranda's gonna love you.
Mother Miranda. I don't know whose voice that is, but it sounds super familiar.
Wait, you're whining. We're almost there.
Oh yeah, I also lost some fingers earlier. Not me, but Ethan did. You need Ash stash. 1 million subs. I'll grow a mustache.
The man is of no real use to anyone else.
And here we go.
Daughters do so love entertaining foreigners. Furthermore, I can assure you, if you entrust the mortal to House Dimitrescu, my daughters and I shall deliver to you the finest.
Wait, I want to see.
You mean...
He's away.
Shut the fuck up!
What?
I love this
You mean you'll screw
cutscene
around with them in
so
private? What's the
much.
fun in that? Give them to me, and I'll put on a show that everybody can enjoy.
Ugh, so gauche. What do we care for bread and circuses? The man thinks suffering is assured.
Yak, yak, if a man's dick is cut off in the castle, blah, blah, blah.
I've heard all your arguments. Some of you were less persuasive than others, but I've made my decision. Heisenberg, the man's fate is in your hands.
Mother Miranda, I must protest. Heisenberg is but a child, and his devotion to you is questionable. Give the mortal to me, and I will ensure he is ready.
Shut your damn hole! And don't be a sore loser! Go find your food somewhere else.
Quiet now, child. Adults are talking.
I'm the child. You're the one who's arguing with Miranda's decision.
You wouldn't know responsibility if it was welded
Oh,
to
keep
that
glory! One day your head might actually fit your ego!
Hey, don't I get a say in this?
Silence! My decision is final. There will be no argument. Remember from whence you came.
Thank you. Lycans and gentlemen, we thank you for waiting. And now let the games begin! Let's see what you're looking at. Ethan Winters. Get ready. No way! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And here's where I'm like, just go, you idiot. Just go. All right. You guys want the face cam back, so I'll bring that back there. No, I didn't say 50K followers, Atomic. I said 1 million. All right. No, don't skip the cutscene. All right. Let's go. This... So that's as far as I've gotten. I love that cutscene so much. I don't know, something about those...
It's definitely very... Like, again, I don't dislike the Resident Evil series. I was very much a hardcore fan in the early versions.
Yep.
But it is confusing to me why they've been progressively going down the path of something that I consider to be more mystical and and less so into the brick thing.
Yeah.
And a little less so into the realm of like I think and I believe that they can. I don't think that they need to be going down this way. I think their story is more interesting when it's based on, you know, the more of the science type field and less on the weird like occultish kind of stuff. And again, that's just a matter of preference, and I admit that entirely. I don't think it is a matter of like good versus bad, like
Yeah.
good game creation versus
Well,
bad game creation.
How much?
It's just
How much of that do you think is because you played the older, the older games, and how much?
well, I think it's all based in the older games. Like the coolest thing about the previous games was how you had and how you built, how the characters, like one of the, like whenever somebody says Resident Evil, I immediately think of the scene where Jill breaks into this lab and there's monsters coming out of these tubes. That's what my first thought of. That's what I first think of when I think of. Oh
Oh, I'm back.
I'm getting it on the delay. Same with everybody. I'm on. Yeah, I'm getting the same.
You
delay.
watch the Twitch stream. There's less delay.
Yeah. But like that's just, and again that's just a preference, because I know that they have always like incorporated, not always, but they did lean towards the occult, some occultish type stuff in the early games, and I think that's fine.
Yeah. Actually,
And I thought that was fine. It's just the fact that they've kind of like gone that direction even more so than before. It has left me kind of like in a bit of quandary, wondering, you know, why this instead of what I think is um, a superior story that they could tell with that with the sci-fi and the science gone mad thing instead of the I mean, which is it's very much the same story. In either case, you have science affecting humans,
Yep.
and human morality goes out the window when they get power, right? And that's what the story really kind of like flows to and flows around. And I think that is very much an accurate and I think that's an accurate story. So,
all right, I figured out how to survive that thing. Just a little. So I wonder if Mr. Dude now thinks I'm dead or what.
but as far and again, it's merely a level of preference. It's not I don't think the game is any worse for this. It's just confusing to me. That's all.
Well, watching the recap yesterday.
Because I mean, it's like look at this
such
room,
a confusing
right?
story.
The room that you were just in with the machinery. It's like
Yep.
it's like it's got floodlights in it. It's like who set up the floodlights? Like like the floodlights, the metal traps. Like it seems to make sense and again, maybe the zombie thing, maybe straight zombie stories are overdone and don't have the depth and the level of like thinking that you could get out of it. I don't know. It's just me. Let me know what you guys think, because I'm curious as to what other people think.
Mm-hmm.
Most people seem to think it's fine, and again, I'm not dumping on anybody's thoughts because of that. It 100% makes sense.
Time Being wants to know, why do people contrast science and morality? That the dichotomy is monumentally false. I mean, I agree in the sense that I would argue that science is amoral in that science itself doesn't have any inherent morality or immorality. I can go through here now.
Yeah.
So this is the room where I met Heisenberg. When I pulled this lever earlier, he just kind of appeared.
I think Time Being you're right about that, because it's not that science corrupts. It's like you know, if you could say anything, you could probably say that power tends to corrupt. You know, that's very much a generalized true statement. But the oddballness of people assuming that, you know, that nothing else there's no other corrupting influence on science other than people. Like I think that's I think that's inherently true. It's like people are corrupt. It's not science that's corrupt. But science gone mad, and it's so weird because somebody's like, it's like, I can make fire. I am now a god. It's like, no, but you see this every step of the way. It's like I can, we have now developed this. It's like, and then they take it too far, and then they take that too far, and then they take that too far, etc., etc., etc.
Here?
Forgive my manners. Call me the Duke.
This
Now to
guy's so
business.
creepy.
Weapons, ammunition, healing salves, anything you desire, I can provide.
Okay then.
Oh, yes.
All right then. Let's
I've gotten some new stock.
let's see what we have here. All right. I had a shotgun. I seem to have. Hold on.
We'll meet again soon.
Oh, I do have a shotgun. I have it still.
Oh, yes.
Big chungus indeed. Upgrade my weapons, eh? How much do I have? I have 1360, so I can't upgrade anything yet. Shotgun shells. 3,000 for shotgun shells? What is this?
Unfortunately, you don't seem to have the funds for that.
Thanks. No, this is shotgun shells. What's this? Crafting. Oh, that's the crafting recipe. Okay. Shotgun ammo. I can buy 1 for 1,000. Oh my god. Power. Oh, I thought. Let's see here. I don't know what's worth getting. I guess I'll grab. Can I seriously 150 per thing? I think it's probably better
I
to
saw you eyeing that one.
grab a
Securing goods is more important than anything. Anything.
grab a healing sub. I can sell these things. Let's see. I don't want to sell that. Timing says power corrupts indeed, although I would argue moralizers have had more power through time than science wielders. I mean, I don't see where the dichotomy.
Well, I mean,
the two are not mutually exclusive. And I mean, if you have power,
no.
if you have power, like if the state has power, then you can use, you have access to the resources to do science as well as moralizing, you know, and stuff like that.
I think that I think moralizers like moralizers showcase their own hypocrisy.
Okay, whatever.
And
I'm just gonna go.
A good deal, if I say so.
I think it's
myself.
harder to. I think it's harder to do that. Like harder to explain that away.
Can you turn up the brightness? I could turn up the brightness, yeah. Wait, display there. That's what we want. I'm supposed to have it. All right. This is a lot brighter than it's supposed to be, but I'll if it looks better on YouTube, then that's good. Is this... No, this isn't where she's going to grab me by the throat, is it? I don't even actually know where I am. I wound up outside again, which I was not expecting. Castle...
Could Rose be here?
How do you say that? It's not Dimitrescu. I'm guessing those are her daughters. 3 daughters, Bella, Cassandra, and Daniela.
I'm still trying to figure out how the initial story fit into the thing.
They're I mean, one of the guy, what's his face? Chris Redfield. He showed up earlier. Very briefly, but he was there. Ah, shotgun ammo inside of inside of a very fancy-looking vase. Of course, makes sense, right? This looks like that's gunpowder in there. I'll grab the gunpowder. All right. No idea what I'm doing here, but I escaped from my death. Just 500 lay, just sitting there. Elevator doesn't work. Okay. Oh, there's a door here. How did I not see that before? Oh, I recognize this hallway. I saw this in a video when Lady D was coming up those stairs. So I am still in the castle. Just a much nicer part of the castle. Oh, more shotgun ammo. Nice. I'm glad I didn't spend a whole bunch of money buying shotgun ammo. So now I'm finding it everywhere. In vases, which is where one keeps one's shotgun ammo, of course. This game does support ray tracing. I decided not to push it with doing the live streaming. Ooh, what's this? There's a hole for something spherical.
That's what. I can't. I can't.
Good morning, Arturio. Sadly, Moontag's not here, but we are here playing some Resident Evil 8.
She might try to poke her head in here.
Sword Sister says power does not corrupt, money does not corrupt. Unhealthy use of these assets, however, will. I mean, yeah, one could argue that is.
Well, obviously.
Is it the power that corrupts, or is it that people are inherently corrupt, or that corrupt people wielding power, or does power amplify the corruption that already exists within all of us, potentially, depending on your worldview? Owl book. Okay. This, I am quite enjoying the exploration aspect of this, too. We got two statues.
Moon tag.
Hi.
Moon! You're here.
I made it.
You are here.
Yeah, it had to take my computer to restart to get my art streaming thing to work.
Oh, you?
Yes.
Are we gonna do the art stream thing?
Yes,
Yeah,
I can. I
you
can
might
do
want
the
to
thing.
take a second.
All right, we'll just pause this here because we definitely want this. I was hoping for some good Resident Evil 8 inspired art.
Ooh, pretty ladies are coming.
They are.
Hello. I'm so excited. Oh, yes, I came in at just the right time, very clearly. Okay. Hang on a sec.
Well, it's too bad you missed the cutscenes earlier. So there was some. Really...
I kind of was watching the stream to catch up because I was just like, I still want to join. I was just like, my temper just, yeah. It has been an emotional morning.
No worries. No need to explain. Just glad you're here.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I'm glad I don't rage quit like some people that I know.
All right, everybody. Just if you'll bear with us for a quick second, we're gonna get things running as we wanted them to initially.
Yes.
With Moon on here with the... Oh, hang on. So that's just going to stay paused for a minute. And you're going to see some garbledy-gook in the boxes above me for a moment. I'm actually going to... Oh, I'm going to hide that. Put that... 50... What was it? 50k subs for face reveal, Sybe? 50k subs?
Yeah.
All right, we'll get Moon's art and her face. Are you going on face cam?
Yes, I'm trying to. Hi, dogs.
Loud doggy.
How are you?
Well, while we're paused here, Sybe, was there any other news you wanted to discuss?
Well, nothing too much. It's been kind of dry. We continue to get these weird and bizarre things coming up out of the Apple versus Epic courtroom drama.
Mm-hmm.
It's been getting worse and worse and worse, which is really funny and hilarious overall. Animal Crossing and StarCraft have both just joined the Video Game Hall of Fame, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, so it's we're going to be getting a ton of like gaming news here in like a few weeks, and we covered the story last week. Starfield, there's more and more signs that Starfield is going to become a serious thing. So yeah, that's something to kind of like, when I say serious thing, I mean releasing this year. It does appear as if as if we're going to end up getting this game this year at some point. So interesting, and good news for those of us who have been, wanting a good new RPG. Again, that's not a promise. It just is seeming more and more likely with what type of news and what type of coverage and what type of like rumors are starting to float around. Still take it as a grain of salt. It may or may not show up this
there's
year.
There's nothing set in stone.
No
official announcement, but there's
there's more increasing signs that we may end up getting it this year. And again, like, Microsoft wants this year. Like, they desperately want this year. It is something that they desperately want. They have desperately wanted to have a big launch title out at this time, and it's obvious that this is something that it's kind of like, if they can make it happen, they want to make it happen. So.
Yeah, all right. And just looking through the Discord server here, lots of interesting stuff. So there's a story about something about reverse engineering code and
so
being DMCA'd.
Yeah, so there was a team that was working on a GTA thing, and what they were doing is they were reverse engineering the code by a process that is not necessarily illegal from the way that I understand the way that I haven't looked into exactly how they're doing it, but they're saying they're reverse engineering the code. There's a couple of ways you can say that. That might be by example, or by assumption, or by like directly copying code. The direct will problems, but the estimation or guesstimation or getting something to feel that way is basically you're just creating a copy through your own artistry. It's like somebody who shows up, with a pen and paper and draws out another piece of artwork that they see, and that copying thing is actually like the recreation through experiment to just kind of like figuring it out. That is not illegal, and GTA may have certainly overstepped their bounds in having them shut down and attacking them, because what they're doing is not actually illegal.
There's Moon.
Yeah, they're most likely going to regret heavily this little play that they've done. So yeah, especially if this comes back to bite them, because again, in this industry, you want to spend your time making friends rather than enemies, but more and more and more of these game companies are just going out to make enemies, like, straight up. They don't give a crap about, legal procedures. They don't give a crap about, the community behind this stuff. They don't care a dang thing about any of this stuff. And being like honest, or being like, whatever, it's their only interest has been to, run in there with shotguns flailing, going, I'm here, you have to listen to me, how dare you do something that I don't approve of. And we have seen the receiving end of people on the receiving end of this, and it gets ugly, and it's just unacceptable for these companies to be doing this stuff just constantly. It's like, it's really gross and disgusting. And I think they can do better. They really can do better, and they really should be doing better. But they haven't been caring for the longest time, and so now we're seeing where that's going to end up. In this case, I think this is not the end of this story. We're going to be seeing this a whole lot more, and a whole lot more deeper, like, sooner rather than later. My 2 cents on that.
All right, we've got We've got Moon and the art up on the screen now. Sorry to be doing this all while we're live, but such is life today.
Yeah, it's one of those days, and we're still like in the early process of like getting this stream, like reorganizing it. We know we've wanted to focus for the longest time. We've wanted to focus on like more Let's Plays and stuff, but integrating more community members, and we are definitely going to be doing that into the future here. We've got so many plans and so many like cool ideas that we're going to bring about. So it's just going to take a little bit of time.
Just a little bit of time. Isn't there a song? Why is that reminding me of a song? I can't think of it now. Okay, there is. So you're twice now, but also I like where you're going with this. The little bride doll. I had a feeling you were going to do something with that.
As soon as she jumped out, I was like, oh, it's my girl.
Yep.
I have bonded.
So, do you have any artist impressions about the whole everything we've seen so far in Resident Evil 8?
I don't feel as scared as that one experience I told you about where I ran to the top of the tower in the middle of town center and died horribly because I was just like, they're chasing me.
Yeah.
But this one, I'm like, hello, yes, I would like to meet you, please. Hi, please be my friend.
It's like I want to be your friend. It's like
nice.
Like it's like that Moon. You know that reminds me of the most is that oh darn, what is the? So there's a knight. He runs up to a tower. And he runs up to the tower and he goes, Princess, I have come to rescue you. And this dragon pokes her head out of the castle and she looks down and she's like, you stupid knight! There is no princess here! Why do you assume that I kidnap princesses? You are such a piece of garbage! And Knight looks up, he goes, but dragon, you are my princess. And she goes, oh! And just like these giant hearts like over her head.
Yeah. I love that one.
Yeah. That's one of the best memes ever. It's one of the greatest things. It's so honking adorable.
Honking.
So cute. Also, speaking of adorable, in my background, I managed to figure out a way to share the Grumpy Luna with you all.
Oh, so okay, I was wondering how that was set up there. So you got her green screened behind you.
Yeah, right now she's sitting in the bucket that I stuck atop a kitty tower that I built for her so she can hang out and feel included and also very, very secure.
Nice.
Yeah, and she doesn't know that you see that white drape on the other side? Just on the other side of that is the other cat.
She doesn't.
She has no idea.
And if she knew, all hell would break loose.
If she knew. Yeah, basically
you'd think she'd be able to smell her, but...
You'd think, but she's not that bright.
All right, well, Atomic Stew says, may the warmth of 1,000 kitten cuddles keep you going through the stream. I'm glad you're feeling better. People are glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. Makes having those black boxes above me were, it was so empty.
So empty.
All right, we ready for vampire waifus?
Vampire waifus. Yes, show me the waifus. I came for the waifus.
Let's do this. Ooh. Hi. Well, I mean... Ow! Oh, son of a gun. Man blood. Oh, son of a gun. That would hurt a lot. I mean, they'd be kind of hot if they weren't, like, half dead.
Mother, I bring you fresh prey.
You are so kind to me, daughters. Now, let's take a look at him.
There we go.
Well, Ethan Winters. You escaped my little brother's idiot games, did you? Let's see how special you are.
Yes, Mother.
This face she makes. Little cringy.
Starting to go a little stale.
Then let's devour his man flesh quickly, Mother. I am the one who captured him.
Now, daughters. First, I must inform my
Now,
grand-
ladies. I got man flesh to go around.
Well, there will be enough for everyone. Udama.
That face. Where she's sucking blood.
Can you stop sticking things into me, please?
Oh, be careful what you wish for, Ethan Winters.
What? Wait, now they're gonna leave? Did I just get strung up to...
Yes, this is very clearly the meat room.
Yes.
Don't you know?
Don't you? Clearly. You could tell by the decor.
Right?
I got strung up like a piece of ham. Okay, well, I gotta pause it again. I just gotta move this because I can't see the chat window. Okay, there we go. Starting to think that this game is actually based on Lady Reaver's memoirs. Can neither confirm nor deny, nor can I... Oh, jeez. I am just... All right. Yeah, just hanging out. What am I supposed to do? Do I just literally wait for something to happen, or is there something I'm supposed to be able to do here?
I gotta get out of here before
Can
they
you
come
swing?
back.
Well, I'm pushing all the buttons, and nothing's happening.
Dramatic pause.
Crouch button. No, nothing. Whoops. Items. Do I have an item I can use? My family photo will give me strength. RE8 in a nutshell. Impale, get impaled, and more impaling. Yeah, pretty much. This, Ethan's taken some brutal... Oh, okay. Oh, jeez. Ugh. Ah! Oh! Son of a... Wow. Wow, okay.
Super Vulcan hands.
Oh. Yeah, you could really do the Vulcan
Oof.
thing.
I just think you can grab or move your hands once you do that. I think they're pretty much, yeah.
I've had to suspend disbelief because, like,
They have taken some liberties with physics.
after losing his fingers, he was shooting a gun with no, like, perfect aim. So, Crimson Glass. All right. Well, that escape was painful but easier than expected. Let's see here. Now, I wonder, is my shotgun gonna do anything against vampire ladies? I'm gonna break your... You break my hand, I'm gonna break all your shit.
I'm gonna break your stuff.
Break your stuff, man. That looks like I'm stabbing myself in the hand, but it's actually just it's a guard move. Guarding. All right, let's see here. Hello? That... Okay.
I love how he's using a knife to hit things vigorously and hard whilst also having a significant...
Yeah, I know.
Well, you know, some liberties with physics. So, like, maybe the vampire bite did something like what mosquitoes do to numb the pain.
Maybe. Is this locked? Yes. All right. So I guess I'm supposed to go out through the fireplace. Just gonna make sure. I don't have a lockpick. I've come across a lot of easy to pick locks. Ha. I'm breaking everything that belongs to these. Oh, okay.
B-words.
The porcelain
B-word.
the porcelain tea set is invincible, but you know, whatever. Fruit covered in blood. All right, here we go. The Hi, rat friends. Can I come in your hole and hide? I don't want to go out here. Oh, man. Okay, rusted scrap. Thank you. Can I craft anything? All right, let's make sure my handgun is, yeah, it's loaded. This is one of those secret door thingies. Oh, we got a ring. Maroon eye ring. Oh, just pull the ring off and then that turns. Makes sense. I wonder how that mechanism works. Yes. Squeeze me through. All right. Which way, left or right? Let's go this way.
Where have they taken Rose?
Up come the pedestals with the bosomy busts. Oy. Wait. What is that? Looks like something gets stuck in there. 1, 4, and 3. Or 2, and this one has 3. What? I don't think the eye ring is useful here. Almost looks like I could stick shotgun shells in there. Mask the angel's blinded gaze, and only then will you be saved. So, all right, gotta do something with the angel faces. Oh, hey, buddy, what are you doing in here?
Duke, why are you here?
Looking for stuff.
There's coin to
You
be
just
made.
stuff.
And have you found your daughter?
No.
If she is truly here, the lady of the castle would have kept little Rose in her private chambers, would she not?
Dimitrescu?
The very same. Why don't you take a look? Maybe you'll get lucky. And speaking of looking, care to make a purchase?
Everyone's hoping to get lucky with Lady Dimitrescu.
Oh, good. I was just thinking of ways to pass the time.
I could sell the crimson glass. That's worth a lot of money. So yes, I'm going to do that.
This should be enough.
All right. What I can buy. Ingredients trip. Oh, this is items to sell. All right.
This is all an investment, even.
I'm gonna buy the shotgun shells crafting.
I saw you eyeing that
Crafting
one.
recipe here. What is this for? Recipe for mines. Oh, interesting. Can't believe it's 1,000 lei per shotgun shell. Can't upgrade the power. Yeah.
Delighted to.
Upgrade the rate of fire on that. All right.
Thank
Save
you
here.
for your patronage.
So, any insight on what direction you're taking that piece of artwork there, Moon? Or shall we be surprised?
Really, it's pretty much what you can see here. She's just kind of walking towards you, being like, "Hey there, mother, he's awake." That bit.
Yes. So, I'm wondering how all of these these creatures that we saw in that cutscene relate to the creatures we saw in the opening cutscene with the storybook. We've got the vampire's daughters. Like, I'm wondering if Mother Miranda is the witch, or what, or maybe there is no.
Or if there's absolutely no connection whatsoever.
It could
be. It's just a sad story about a child running away from her mother when she's not supposed to, and it's. I tell you, the way the structure of like how like
been here before.
Children's stories have come to be. Sometimes it's really creepy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like really creepy.
Locked from the other side. So, I was here already. That's right. And I came down in here. This is where. No, this isn't where I got ambushed. Let's see. Anybody up in the big hall? Oh, handgun ammo, nice. Actually, speaking of which, what does it take to craft shotgun shells? Gunpowder plus rusted scrap plus chem fluid. So I'll have to decide if I want to use my chem fluid for healing meds or for shotgun shells. Alright, so that brings me back this way. Atomic says, getting the feeling Leon Kennedy is going to pop up at some point. This has... I'm no expert on armor, but wouldn't you want some crotch protection here? Just curious. All right, let's see what's over here. Oh, that's locked from the other side. Of course, just keep all of the doors inside your own house locked tight. Okay, that's pretty gross, but it's letting me examine the cup. Is there something on here I'm supposed to be seeing? Yeah. So back
Maybe
to our...
you're supposed to take it somewhere and wash it.
Except I don't think bringing it with me was an option.
Darn.
Yeah, reset, close. So chat's gone pretty quiet. So let's bring up our question again about what is a game. What makes something a game? Like I said, in the lawsuit, Apple was trying to define it as basically you have a beginning and an end and some challenges in the middle, some objectives, which is a very linear definition of a game. It's a very narrow definition of a game. But basically, to counter that, the example of Roblox was brought up, and Apple. No, who was it that? So Roblox is like, is Roblox a game, or is it it's a platform for like making games? Like there are games that people make inside Roblox. This looks suspicious. There's an outline here. Looks like I'm supposed to... Maybe there's a secret passage there or something. So, yeah, so what is a game? I guess you could ask, you know, what is a game in general, but also what is a... the wine room. Yes, please. What is a game in general, and then what is a video game? Let's see. The winemaking techniques of Castle Dimitrescu. I can't remember how to pronounce it properly. Can be traced back as far as the 15th century, long before the current occupants of the castle. Alcinia Dimitrescu used this legendary yet peculiar technique to enrich the wine's flavor intensity, and bestow it with a thick bouquet. Her best vintage is Sanguis Virginis, meaning maiden's blood. I have a feeling that is a little bit literal.
Oh my god.
It is kept in special ornate bottle decorated with intricate silver flowers.
That sounds awesome.
Oh, nice. Like, I can't break these bottles, but it leaves a scratch mark on them. That's...
Wow. Nigh indestructible.
Indeed. Well, you gotta keep your virgin blood wine safe.
Apparently.
Let's see. A special bottle adorned... What? I am supposed to put... I guess I'm supposed to put the wine bottle in here, but I don't have the wine bottle. Sword Sister says you don't want a company relying on child labor in China doing the definition of a game for you. Well, there you go, right?
This is extraordinarily sad, but also very true.
It is. And when you think about it, like, it's too... Oh, and this... We didn't mention this earlier. I meant to lead with this. But basically, Sweeney was asked in court... So, if Apple had offered them a deal, if they had offered Epic a deal, that is... I can't use this as is. Am I supposed to... Okay, looks like I got to separate the eye from the ring. Anyway, if Epic was offered a deal by Apple to lower the fees that Epic had to pay, in other words, giving Epic a special deal, would they have accepted it? And Tim Sweeney said yes, they would have accepted a special deal. Basically shoots to hell his whole argument, or his whole thing about being in this to try and make it better for all developers, and, you know, taking a principled stance on things. So once again, he reveals himself to be a massive hypocrite. He would have accepted a special... He would have accepted a special lower rate for Apple, even if everyone else kept paying the same rate that they currently pay. Okay, I've got the eye on its own now. All I had to do was... Whoa. That's weird. I'm rotating it, but it keeps looking at me.
Dun, dun, dun.
Like, that is so weird. At first I was like it was glitched, but you can kind of see the coating around the eye is rotating, but the eye within keeps staring right at me. All right, I hope there's a typewriter in here. Uh-oh. Ah! Would you stop sticking things into me, please?
I haven't cut open a man in a while. Let me string you up, slice your jugular, and just watch. Taken alive, dead, which would you prefer?
How about I shotgun you in the face, and You do none of those things.
Really?
I love that. Really? Leave me alone.
I can't hold back any longer.
Get these bugs away from me. Jeez, okay, leave me alone. I think... Oh, I can't get out of here. Where's the key? It's a little unclear if I'm actually doing anything. If my knife slashes are keeping her at bay.
Scary.
Ah!
Mother said stale, but I think you're delicious.
Thank you. I will relish that thought as I'm attempting to sleep tonight. What the hell am I doing?
Don't move now.
The one thing that I'm finding frustrating about this game is it's giving very little feedback about when your actions are actually having an effect.
You will look wonderful.
I don't know if I'm
in
just
our hall.
wasting ammo or not. Examine. Okay. I need a key for this, but where the hell is it? Like,
The more stiff you are, the
yeah.
thicker the blood. How's it feel?
Not so good, let me tell you. Get out of my face, you bitch. Alright. You are not the vampire I want. Oh, okay, here we go. Let me in.
That's perfect.
I guess it's just runaway time. Okay. I can do this. I can handle this. Yes, corner there. Thank you, X-Mex. First day working at the castle today, I was most shocked to see the other staff were all women. The mistress and her daughters were very adamant that they wouldn't bite. It was quite peculiar. I hate to break it to you, but yes, they bite.
So what did the Dutch chef say when they ran out of cheese?
I don't know what.
This is not a good. Because it was a Dutch invention. Yeah. Yeah, that. I know. People are gonna be like, boo, get off the stage.
That's okay. Puns are... Oh, hi. Hi. Bye. Blue Arrow says, "Sup guys, just finished the game, really enjoyed it, but I felt the shooting was not so great, especially using the pistol." Finding the... yeah. It's definitely a different kind of, like, it's not the kind of game where you want to run in, guns blazing anywhere. Oh, she locked me in. Okay, I need to keep my eye out for a wine bottle with silver flowers. That looks openable, maybe? No? Alright, let's keep on going this way. See ya, Arturo.
See you.
See you next time. This is interesting here. I don't know why I'm attacking everything.
So violent.
Trust in light. All right. Well, I can get this swinging. Maybe light those things. Yeah. Because that's some accurate physics there. Boink. There we go. Light the lanterns. I've often wondered how that would work. Lighting the lanterns and then having something open up.
Well, obviously, there's, you know, Newtonian physics of light physics. You know, that's
Yeah.
normal.
I have a flashlight apparently, so it's on now. The one thing is, now this is far more linear than I was expecting. I thought it would be a little more open, but maybe it will be eventually. But yeah, overall really good. Like, I am really enjoying it. That, like, who thinks these things up? Let me, you know, what the hell, man? Torture devices.
Oh, torture devices. Those are so fun.
Mm-hmm. What's this? Irina, robust appetite. Michaela, robust appetite. Lois, robust appetite. Ingrid, unstable, overly alert at times. Okay, what the hell does that mean?
God, that sounds like experimentation. All right, now we're getting somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
This is the sciencey stuff that I love.
Jeez. That looks like a sack of what once was a person. So how long ago were these experiments happening? Because this place looks like nobody's set foot in here for a while.
Yeah, it looks like early 1900s at the very least. Yep.
There's a thing. Oh, some scrap. Okay. Oh, hi, buddy. How's it going? Are they... Oh, look! Zombie things. Headshot. How hard are you to kill? Oh, yeah. Okay. Like 5 or 6 shots.
So we're how far into the game, and these are the first zombies we saw.
Well, aside... Yeah. There were, like, lichen creatures in the town. Like, I skipped a couple of, I played the first couple hours last night. Oh! Did not see you there. You get the shotgun. At least I have a decent amount of ammo now. These are the first zombies, though. But they're zombies with swords, which is actually pretty cool. Not gonna lie. They have medieval weapons. Pipe bomb. Can I shove it up Lady D's ass? To kill her with, not for any other reason. I don't even know what I... Is that a zombie with a gun? Oh no, those were sparks because it like hit the... Hold still so I can kill you. Boom. you're not going to get Ingrid's necklace. Oh, this was... So these are the test subjects. Either that or the zombie just has good fashion sense and decided to wear Ingrid's necklace. More? Do they keep coming, or... Oh, zombie with battle axe. Nice. Your crystal skull. Like, do they just keep spawning in, or are there a set number of these guys? I don't like how much ammo I've been using. Oh dear. The music stopped. I think that means I'm kind of in the clear, maybe-ish. I think one of them crawled out from there. Atomic Stew says, I think they're more vampire thralls than zombies. Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they could
yes,
be both.
I would agree.
Why not both? Why not both?
Like, could you even call them ghouls?
I don't even know. I don't know what the definition of a ghoul actually is.
Tell me in the chat.
What is a ghoul? What is ghoul?
It's one of the, well, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like everybody has a different interpretation of what that means.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I want to hear. I was like, what's your interpretation of a ghoul?
Alright. Can't make more first aid, but I haven't needed my healing too much. Alright. Let's keep going here. So why would ancient vampires be running tests on these test subjects?
Or maybe the vampires started out as the test subjects.
That could be too. Yeah, maybe they are bringing it.
All this mess.
Oh, sugar shacks. Ah. Okay. Well, I learned my lesson last time. Run away. Don't try to fight them.
Wet, bright red blood.
But run to where? That's the question. Oh, jeez. That is the question, is where do I go?
That's the question.
That was terrible. That was terrible.
You're tonight's main dish.
Leave me alone. I will swat your flies. Not in the good way. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
I'll fix your wagon.
So just push me through the door. This would be fun if you weren't gonna, like, puncture my flesh and... Oh! I'm smarter than you think, apparently.
You stupid man thing!
Oh, dude, does the sunlight make them...
Feel no pain.
The sunlight makes her vulnerable.
I won't forget.
Vampire logic?
Ah! Go away.
Dare you bare your teeth?
Yes, die. Yes. Yes. Well, that was fun. I just killed one of the vampire daughters. I am sure Lady D is not going to be
peeved about that at all.
She's not gonna be ferociously angry.
Consequences? What's that?
She's not gonna try to make my death as painful as possible. Well, what do we have here? What's with all the garlic?
Keeps vampires away, obviously.
Yeah, but we're in the vampire's castle. Oh, I've got the wine bottle now. Like, why would the vampires have all the garlic?
Make a show of it.
Because maybe they enjoy the smell of it, you know? I mean, I really enjoy the smell of coffee. I don't drink very much coffee, but I enjoy the smell of it.
So, there must be a lockpick somewhere. Recoil compensator. I think I have to go... Wait. Customizable part for increased firepower. Alright. So I put that on my pistol. Good, good. I did, right? Yeah, looks like it. Where did I pick up all that ammo? 45 rounds now. Ooh, not bad, not bad. Still haven't figured out what the deal is with these pickable locks. I haven't found a lockpick anywhere. And I don't seem to have any... I had a screwdriver at one point, but I don't anymore. Ha! Speaking of... Oh, look, there's a lockpick on this dresser. That is convenient. Single-use item. Alright. Might as well. Wooden angel statue. Okay. Well, what else do we have here? More invincible tea sets. But I'm going to break all your other stuff. Gunpowder sitting in a drawer. It's very, very random where I'm finding things, I think. It's locked. Thank you. Now, can I find my way back to the wine room? That's what I want to know. I know I have to go there with this wine bottle, but I don't exactly remember where it was. I think it was up here. Oh, yes, it's right here. My memory is better than I thought. So let's put the wine bottle on here, see what happens. Alright, secret passage opened. Sweet, we got the courtyard key now. Is there any practical reason why they would keep the courtyard key in a chest in a secret room that you need to open with a wine bottle? Like, is there supposed to be any logical coherence to how they've arranged all their stuff? Or am I overthinking this?
Secret keys for entrances were pretty common, but a wine bottle is kind of one of those ridiculous things because it's like it's used as a key. The easier it is to pick it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I have a feeling the courtyard is going to be down here somewhere.
Shall I give you the tour?
Oh, jeez. Again?
My throat, it's so dry.
Open the window. Oh, darn it. I need to get outside is what I need to do. Oh. I'm about to get grabbed by the throat. Nope, I'm not. That's not the part where she grabs me. I know it's... I remember the cutscene from one of the videos that I saw. You unlock a door, and then Lady D just kind of grabs you. So. Looks like a statue goes there. Or something. Up here we have more doors going into various places. Oh, hi there. Where are you going? She doesn't notice me, of course, because reasons and logic. There is no logical reason why I should follow her right now. So I'm going to follow her. Of course. She vanishes without a trace.
What have you done to my daughter?
See, I think she's going to be reasonable about it, and we're going to work things out.
Oh yeah, super reasonable. You know, it's like, you know, talk out the differences. You know.
Yep, exactly. All right, well, I'm just going to pause quickly here, and I'm going to check in with, see how the artwork's going, Moon.
Here.
Folks watching the live chat, if there's anything else going on in gaming news you want us to touch on, let us know. Let's see here. I love that derp look.
This is like, you know, it's creepy when you have a doll where it has like gorgeous eyes, but it's like just like looking at you like kind of askew, and you're just like, it's looking at me, it's looking behind me, what's it looking at? But it's like clearly got its attention on you. But yeah, like one of the things that like really drew me to this character is because it reminds me of like a creepypasta rabbit hole I went down one time where I read about playing hide and go seek with a doll in a house by yourself.
That sounds creepy. Very, very creepy. Let's see here. Yeah, there is really not much going on in the world of gaming right now. I think this is like the one big game that's come out recently, and it's going to be coming out for a while. There's a bunch of... We've been finding some indie games we want to potentially share with you guys, but there's... yeah, we decided this was a good one for today, because, I mean, heck... Everyone loves a tall vampire lady. All right. Oh, this is new. Castle map. Okay. Oh, Dimitrescu's chambers. And we're right near the Hall of Ablution. I don't know what ablution means. Someone tell me what ablution means. Maybe I don't want to know what ablution means. Looking at this.
It could mean bathroom.
Wouldn't that be the hall of evacuation? Blue Arrow says, guys, I'm curious, what do you think about Sony redesigning the PS5 to keep up with demand, maybe changing or taking out parts of the console? I mean, is this something that has been considered, or is this just an idea you have? Because I mean, if there's a more economical way for them to make it, then I mean, I suppose that would be one answer to the increased demand. Women are blind to male advances, but the poor shall take their chances to give their lord their bounty sown, so that soon the wine may flow. That's cryptic. I mean, I understood it, but I'm sure not everybody did.
Yeah. I mean, I know for sure. You totally what was going on there.
Why am I going in here? I just wanted to see if I could. Not that I would actually do that if this were any kind of real. Atomic Stew. So back to Blue Arrow's question, and then we'll get to Atomic Stews. Yeah, I mean, are we talking about? So you're saying maybe taking out parts? I mean, what could they take out that would not have it lose hardware power, I guess would be my question. I mean, they could probably make they could give it a more basic visual design and maybe accomplish that, make it easier to or quicker to manufacture. Potentially, but right. Back this way. But yeah, like, I guess if it comes down to a question of losing power, like having actually a less powerful console, then they probably wouldn't go for that. I don't know that that would necessarily be a good idea. I don't know if you have any thoughts on that side. Was I supposed to do something there?
You do run into the potential risks of having like, you know, version distortions, and I don't think that that's actually going. Like, I don't think taking things out might actually make things better, because right now there's a lot of industries, there's a lot of inflation going on in a lot of other places, and everything's, you know, going to start. There's going to be a crunch overall. Mm-hmm. And I think it's just really bad timing. I think these companies should have come out with a console over a year ago. I think they should have released it in like latter end of 2018 instead of pushing it so far. And that's part of the problem, is that they did push it so far down the road that now they've inherited kind of a problem. So yeah, I think that's definitely a problem, and I don't know the quick end solution for it. Mm-hmm. I also wouldn't recommend that you buy a PlayStation. Like, I mean, again, it's sometimes you're headed for particular games or particular studios that you want to support, stuff like that. I get it. But the unfortunate problem is that Sony has been causing more and more problems themselves, and this isn't necessarily like, this is something a lot of people saw coming for a while, and I don't think that Sony has your best interests in heart anymore as a consumer. I think they're more interested in their bottom line, and they're more interested in pushing stuff that they think or that they know is gonna be successful financially at the cost of running down their customers. And a great example of this is Activision Blizzard. Mm-hmm. it's been horrifying for fans of old school Blizzard to watch what Activision and perhaps what Blizzard has done to themselves. You know, there was a 30%. They lost 30% of their users in the last like year and a half.
Yeah, I was watching a video about that. It's crazy.
30% of the users from just a little while ago are gone.
Yeah, over a period of 2 years or something.
Yeah, and their finances are up though. Like their income is up. And what is happening there is that they are squeezing more blood out of their current customers, so to speak.
Right. Well,
and the harder they squeeze and the harder they take and the harder they grip things and try to pull them away from you, the less and less customers are sticking around. Yeah, sure. Temporarily, it seems to be making them money. Temporarily, is that something that you're willing to like bet your entire company off of, that'll work and that'll build that way? I don't know if that, like, I don't, like, me personally, I wouldn't do that. My goal is always to like increase the number of customers by treating them with generalized respect, and I think we've been seeing that Sony doesn't exactly think that way.
That's true. So, well, yeah, Sony does, and and Blizzard you were talking about too, which is the okay. So there's still something to find in this room here, but I think I have to. No, I have to fix this elevator. So Atomic Stew says, save clogging up the Discord. I'll ask here, does Sybe have any plans on doing an ASD special stream? I know there's a few in the community which would support that and find it helpful. ASD?
We are, autism. We're doing some more stuff with this. I am doing we're launching another new show with our dear friend
whose name you can't remember.
No, I'm trying to. I don't think we can talk about it that much yet. So
okay.
Because we are putting it onto a thing. It's with me and Max, but I don't think we can talk about where it's going right now. But we're progressing on that kind of stuff. I would like to do more streams and have some like discussional hangouts, but yeah, I think that is a great idea, and I think we can definitely be doing it more often. We're also looking at doing more regular shows with Des Mephisto. He's looking at doing some more regular stuff. He's having a hard time. He had a very rough April. He pushed. They raised almost $20,000. So that was great. Amazing. But it also takes a lot out of you when you are doing a lot of charity stuff, and when you, especially his schedule, he pushed really hard for all of April. And it's a very emotional thing. It's more than just hanging out, right? When you're just hanging out, you're like, hey, you're just hanging out. You're not really investing, depending on the type of person you are, you're not really typically investing a massive amount of emotion into what you're into what you're streaming. For some people, for other people, they invest a lot or too much, and then it comes to hurt them. It was almost it was difficult watching Asmongold, or Zach, depending on what you want to call him by. Mm-hmm. He had a near like stress breakdown himself. Just a few days ago, he was streaming the result of what Blizzard had decided to do with one of their recent games, and it hit him hard because they are not listening to anybody, or well, they're not listening to the gamers, the community. They're clearly listening to analysts who are like, oh, you can make these people pay more. You can make these people pay more. You know, in a time where people are starting to like have their finances get difficult, if you want to play a game, one of their upcoming titles, there's a new title coming out. It's the darn it, what's it called? The TBC. It's the TBC, the old version of Burning Crusade, kind of like frozen in time, you know, time capsuled back. And like most people were like, oh yeah, it's going to be like $50, you know, 50, $60. It's 140 for like stuff, like for the game. And then you don't get like, so if you're not a WoW player and you're like, oh my, or you haven't been for a really long time, you don't have an active account, and you're like, oh wow, you know, I'm going to get into this. I'm not doing anything because this whole pandemic stuff, and I might as well, right? You're going to get back into both TBC and retail. That's going to run you at over 200 USD.
Ouch.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah. And Zach, who's one of the biggest streamers on Twitch, which he doesn't always cover WoW. He covers a lot of like regular topics. He almost had it, like you could see it, like he was reading it live and he was sad. Like he was legitimately depressed and sad because what was he telling them? He's like, put this out for cheap. Let people experience it. Let the community come together. And their response was, no, what about money though? That was like literally their response. Like, what about money? And Bellular has flipped the table on Blizzard in the last few weeks. He's almost going to war with them. He's like, I'm not being PR nice anymore. I think he even mentioned that he's burning a bridge or two, where he's like, I refuse to put up with this anymore. This is a gong show. Nobody here at this company knows what the hell they're doing. And again, 100%. These people don't know what they're doing, and they're causing nothing but problems and difficulty. And it's just so bad right now. It's like, what the hell is wrong with these people? Why are they doing these stupid, obviously like massive mistakes? And it's like, oh, well, it's money. Yeah, but you're only cashing in right now. And if you lose half your player base, I mean, in another year, you pooched.
Yep.
Essentially.
Like 2 years, they lost 30% of their player base. And what happens, like, if you ignore or if you push even harder, you end up just creating a domino effect, right? More and more and more people will start to care less and less and less about your product. A guild is made up of 50 people. Or let's say guild is made up of 100 people. Well, they just lost 30 of them. How many of those people were hanging out for those 30 people? So now, and especially with this move, now everybody's like, all right, fine, I've had it. I'm going to a different game. I'm going to try something else. Ashes of Creation are coming out. Some other stuff's coming out. I'm going to, like, turns out, people have been calling for a WoW killer for, like, generations. It feels like generations now, right? People have been excited about a WoW killer for the past, like, 15 years. And now it appears as if the WoW killer all along has been Blizzard Activision. Blizzard Activision is the ultimate WoW killer. And it's really sad. It's really, really, really sad for people who love the game and who love the studio. But at the same time, man, I gotta say, Dreamhaven they're doing something over there, and they're not playing these games. They're not bringing in these people that made these decisions. They're like, nope, no, we are out of this. We're walking away from this. We're not interested in this anymore. And so that's interesting, because that means that, the more and more and more stuff that they're planning with this, I mean, this is actually a good thing. So, yeah, I think Dreamhaven, they don't have a product. They won't have a product for at least another year and a half, 2 years. but I think this shows a good sign that there is a self-correction going on. And people are like, well, will it crash out the industry as a whole? I don't think it'll crash out the industry as a whole. I think that as a whole, the industry will just correct itself, and then it will burn out any infection of its own volition. Like it knows what's going to happen. It like these the gamers are not stupid. They're not stupid idiots. They know what's going on. They know what's they know what their limits are. And you have a company that's like, I don't care about you. That's not going to go very far. Like you're eventually going to hit the wall. And I think that's what they're doing.
All right, this is where I killed what's her face. I'm kind of
Oh yeah, I love what's her face. She's so she's so smart.
All right, so I'm kind of I'm in the more exploration part of this game now, I feel, but the vampire daughters keep showing up to screw with my plans. But ultimately, I basically have this room here with these angel statues. And I didn't realize it before, but there's clues written on these. The angel of anger looks down in rage from on high. So I think like I have to find the faces of these angels. The angel of happiness's visage looks on, with words of wisdom by her side. So that room where I found that poem thingy that I was like, oh, I know what it means. Wherever that is. The angel of pleasure appreciates art, best kept behind a gilded door. The angel of sadness weeps alone in a deep, dark place. So that's why I was looking around down in the dungeon there. But I didn't find it. And I don't really know what they look like either.
Patronage, I've expanded my services.
Oh, that's great. Oh yes, let's save here.
Save often.
Something spherical goes in there. I don't appear to have something spherical, though.
Naturally.
All right. So, crystal fragment, crystal skull, crystal torso. Not selling my ammo or anything else. Wow, I just got very rich all of a sudden.
I've procured some new items for you, Mr. Winters.
What's this? High capacity mag, hair trigger. Sniper rifle ammo. I get a sniper rifle eventually. Nice. I think upgrading my weapons is what I want to do, though. Reload speed, ammo capacity.
One moment, please. Securing goods is more important than anything. Anything, my friend.
Oh, that's for the shotgun. Okay. A recipe for mines. While I'm here, sure, let's up the...
These hands are more dexterous than one might think.
Let's upgrade the reload speed there.
Have a wonderful adventure.
Thank you, yes. You seem to have remarkable faith in my ability to survive whatever the hell's happening here. So, angel of whatever looks down from on high. The angel of happiness's visage looks on, words of wisdom by her side. Something about art behind a gilded door, and then one in a deep, dark place. That's fun. Yeah. All right. Where have I? I've been in there. Hall of the Four. I can't. I have been down to the bed chamber area. Eesh, where the hell?
In the bedchamber. Oh.
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 Wait, let's go back. Yeah, let's go back this way. Chem fluid. Okay, good. That's the merchant. I don't know why he's talking to me right now.
Trying to work up my appetite, are you?
Oh, son of a bitch. Do. Want her to follow me out. No. Stop it! I do not consent to being penetrated by you.
Yes.
Ah! This way. Outside. Can't get me out here. Is she still gonna be there? Was that kind of a random encounter, or is she standing guard here? Alright. What do we got here? There's something more to find here. You can tell from the colors on the map.
Play with me some more.
Oh, go away. Maybe I'm not supposed to be here yet? I don't know. But... Ah! Leave me alone! I do not want to play with you.
Stale, but I think you're delicious.
I don't want to play with you. Wait, come in here, so I can shoot the window and fry you. Wonder if I can do that, or if it's just sort of, if that was a very scripted event that will only happen at certain times. Killing the vampire daughters. All right, well, I'm guessing that going that way is not... Wait, there's like a secret passage there. Maybe that's the way I have to go. If I actually go the right way out of this room. Thought I heard the music starting there. But where is it and how do I do it? Is it a one-way thing? Son of a gun. Well, here we are in the bedchamber.
Oh, my lady's chambers.
Where I got strung up. Is there a window I can... Great, I'm trapped. Oh, okay. Apparently I'm dead.
Maybe I'll keep a souvenir.
So... Sounds like she is standing guard in that area, so maybe I can't get there yet. Where else can I go? Something else to find in that room over here and that room there. Which was, yes, okay, this way. Across the entrance hall. Oh yeah, elevator. Busted elevator. This is not... Alright, that's not helpful. I think maybe back in the courtyard. Might be where I should be looking around. Almost looked like I could bust in through there, but I guess not. Don't have any keys for these wackadoodle doors. This seems to be just locked, and this... Did I go in here? Yes, I did. Something more to find here. Actually... Oh yeah, but this is...
What have you done to my daughter?
We did that whole thing already. You've already said that. Oh, this is what I was looking for. Okay, we have found a puzzle. Women are blind to male advances, but the poor shall take their chances to give the Lord their bounty sown, so that soon the wine may flow. All right. If this is male advances, then turn her away. Women are blind to male advances, but the poor shall take their chances to give their lord their bounty sown, so that soon the wine may flow. Who or what is this statue? So I have to turn these statues the right way, and then I'll get something here. He looks like he's offering up a bounty to give their lord their bounty sown. I think that's the... Is this the lord here? The guy on the horse? I am totally just stabbing in the dark here. I have no idea. it says women, not woman. So let's turn both of the lady statues away from the dudes. Nothing yet. But the poor shall take their chances. Oh, okay, I'll just fall into the blood. That's fun. Is this, what is this what I think it is? What's with that? Okay, actually, never mind. I don't want to know. Why are there, like, chairs with holes cut in them here?
Ooh.
Okay, he's advancing. Maybe they all have to be, like... facing each other in a circle here. Whoops. Any thoughts, chat? This puzzle is the puzzling. So we've got a woman holding wine, a fine lady holding a goblet. These three guys holding out some kind of offering, and then dude on a horse. I can only turn these the two direction. Oh, apparently I did it. Let's see. Women are blind to male advances, but the poor will take their chances. So they're... Okay, I think I get it. The women are not looking at the men, but these guys are facing the Lord. He's advancing toward her. Okay, okay. It all kind of makes sense in retrospect. So that soon the wine may flow. Well, I mean, that was weird, but I kind of lucked into the solution there. But let's check this out. Hi there, little goat doodad. I just got an achievement for killing that goat toy. This game is certainly intriguing.
What the hell?
It's what I've been asking since this started. So, Saib, what are you doing over there? Are you playing something? Oh, did he leave?
He did.
Okay.
I'm doing some Civ and also responding to my family sending me text messages. So yeah, just wanna.
Oh, fair enough. What the hell was that? And should I kill it? Hi, buddy. So, definitely, like, creepy and weird. I haven't found this game scary so far. Tell me something, was it Blue Arrow? Were you saying you had just finished it? Did you find it scary? Did you find it just kind of surreal and creepy?
I always wonder, how do they keep the blood from congealing when it's just in massive, like, you know,
Pools?
pools?
Well, I think this is like wine mixed with blood or something. Not that...
Seems like a bit of a waste to have it just all over the floor like that. Seriously.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I shot the weapon out of his hand.
Nice.
I mean, totally intentionally and totally didn't...
On purpose.
Yeah.
Yes.
Totally didn't just luck into that. Bullets, okay. So I can move this, but I don't see why I would at this point. 'Cause that's the direction I need to go. So why is that there? Oh, hit the wrong button, did the turning aroundy thing. Are you guys just hanging out in the muck? Like, okay. I'm just gonna lay here in case somebody walks by, and then I'm gonna stand up and try to kill them. Ow. What a jerk. What a jerk. So definitely finding, like... I like the story so far. I like the... Back off, jerk. I like the exploration element of it all. Definitely not finding, like... The combat, like the creatures coming at you, has been more of an annoyance than an actual challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're just randomly, but they're all the same. Just these things rising out of the muck. Headshot, 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 headshot. No real strategy or anything, any real challenge to it. The Vampire Daughters, I at first thought were a more random encounters, but it seems like their positions are set and scripted. So that's a little more interesting. So then it's like, well, figuring out the order that you're going to do things in. Oh, I missed something over there. Figuring out the order that you're going to do things in is... adds to sort of the puzzly element of it. Gunpowder. Blue Arrow says, I found Resident Evil 7 a lot more scary than Village. This feels more action-packed, more gunplay. In it kind of is. Like it's got a decent suspense element to it. Overall, like it's very well made. Like I'm really enjoying it. The combat though is kind of like meh. Well, everybody needs a rickety elevator up to. I got an herb. Like the part in the village, the part we skipped over, the part in the village at the beginning, it was really good. Like the story element there was really good. The character is really good. Kind of emotionally harrowing, like I said, and I don't want to spoil too much for people, but graphics and lighting are too photorealistic and not disturbing enough to be that scary. More action than horror, IMO.
Yes, it's very much an action-y game.
Well, and I wonder, like, I agree it's more action-y than horror. I wonder how much of that is because horror, like, you really have to... The horror has to be very, very compelling in order to actually feel scary these days.
Mm-hmm. You also need,
we've
like,
seen it all, like...
risks. Yeah, but you also need more risks because, like there's nothing scary when you're, like, things are not scary when you're a walking death machine, right?
Right. Which, the thing is, like, yeah,
like
I can take a ton of abuse. Like, I've been bitten, punched,
that was
stabbed.
the problem with fear. That was the problem with fear is like, oh, aren't you scared of these things that look like ghosts and zombies? And you're like, no, I have a plasma rifle that disintegrates them. I really am not scared. It's not something I'm actually scared of.
Mother Miranda, I regret to inform you that Ethan Winters has escaped that fool Heisenberg. Because he is in my castle and has already proven too much for my daughters to handle. When I find him... No, Mother Miranda. Yes, of course, I understand the importance of the ceremony. I won't let you down.
Nice.
To hell with the ceremony! That man will pay for what he's done.
She's such a good character. I like what really makes this game, I think, are the settings and the characters. Like, I like all of the weird characters. Lady D's a really good character. Her daughters are kind of generic, but then the other weirdo things, like that doll bride thing, the big hunched
Rose, where are you?
They almost look like puppets.
Yeah, like what were those and what were they and why? Let's see here. We were all called by Mother Miranda to decide the fate of the child's father. Just thinking of that family meeting makes me shudder to think I am treated like a sister to those miscreants. Especially Heisenberg. That riffraff wouldn't know proper manners if they slapped him in the face. I would have sliced him to ribbons if Mother hadn't stopped me. Why does she treat me the same as them? She gave me this castle, obedient daughter's everlasting life, did she not? Am I not her favorite? Am I not special? I need a drink. Ooh.
Oof.
Like, yeah. The whole... The dynamics between all of these characters that's really... Oh, is this a key to all of these wacko doors now? Let me just check here. Is this locked? Yes, it is. What do you know? But that's the other thing. Like, it's been sort of... It's been fairly on rails so far. Not necessarily bad. Not what I was expecting. I was expecting more of a...
Oh, shit.
There you
Oh, hi.
All this for a child who isn't even here.
The child's not here.
What the hell do...
You ungrateful, selfish wretch. You come into my house. You lay your filthy man hands on my daughters. And now you even try to steal my property. Dare.
And I'm gonna conveniently fall through the floor. Okay.
Rest while you can. Because I'm
Yeah, the conveniently falling through floor thing. It's interesting.
Do your worst.
Oh, look, scene change! Fall through the floor.
Yep, exactly. I was gonna remind her that I was just coming to peacefully parlay and find out what was going on. And they're the ones that sent the lichens on my ass and then strung me up in her bedchamber. Like, I mean, I don't think I'd just coming to knock on the door called for that. Okay, where are we now? Dungeon. Maybe one of the angel faces is down here. Do we have pets in the room today, Moon?
That is a Paimon waking up. She's just like, oh yeah, that was a good stretch. Oh yeah. I'm awake now. I'm part of the program.
X-Mex says Dead Space was more horror than action, even though there was probably more gunplay in that game than this. Yeah, this is definitely... I would classify this as more of a suspense exploration game with combat. Sword Sister says her voice acting is good. IMHO cannot say the same for Mr. Van Helsing guy. His voice was kind of odd, but it sounded familiar, and I'm trying to decide if I recognize it from somewhere or not. Chem fluid, where? Where chem fluid? But yeah, like, I've barely needed my healing, or to craft any healing things. I am on, like, I'm on normal difficulty, right? This is not the what the...
Chocolate sauce.
Chocolate sauce.
Before you
Just got his hand cut off.
You will learn what it means to insult
Dimitrescu. Oh, crap. No. I got my hand back. Holy crap. I have a severed hand.
How did you get your hand back? I didn't realize there was magic in this universe.
No. I have... Oh, shit. I have the hand. It's not attached to me, but I have it. Because it was still grabbing onto that.
Does it have a name? Is it called Thing? Atomic Stew says, we'll give the man a hand.
Help me. I am running. See me fleeing. Oh, son of a... I don't want to die. There we go. She's opening up my exit. This part's kind of cool, actually.
The very brutal...
Yeah, I cannot believe how... Can I lock this now? Lock it behind me? No, she's still coming. Okay. Mask of Sorrow. Oh, okay.
Running will get you nowhere.
Seems to be getting me somewhere.
That's what they all say. That's what they all think until it's too late.
Are you kidding me? Wow. That is...
Oh.
That's some powerful healing stuff if I just have my hand...
So at this point, I question you being human at all.
Man, screw this castle.
Well, he's human, but I have this healing... Hold on a second.
Humans don't heal like that, though, right? least to my knowledge. Like,
I
I would
think he's-
love to
I
have
think
like
he's
some liquid
part-
powers there.
But this
Isn't he part something else?
maybe he is. Hang on, let's examine this stuff. First aid med, medicine that fully heals all wounds, closes gashes, and acts as a clotting agent while restoring function to damaged systems. Okay,
So it's just magic water then.
basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I have long since suppressed disbelief in this. Yes, it's super glue. Body super glue. This is basically it's Futurama level healing abilities. You just stick any two body part. Oh, son of a you jerk. This just got really interesting. Die. All right.
Their clothes are in remarkably good condition.
He's the Doom guy's great-great-great-grandfather. Wait, okay, it's the Angel of Sorrow that I found. Angel. Okay. Put that on there. Okay. All right, 3 more to find. Let's I wonder why they don't.
Pleasure to see you safe. How were things?
I wonder why they don't.
I'm so sorry it turned out that way. Well, you'll find your way to her once you're out of this castle. Do you have need of anything for the road ahead? Welcome. You're sure to find something new. Well then, feel free to peruse.
Why do they let this guy just sit here and...
I'm wondering how he gets around. Is his cart literally backed up against an opening in the castle or something?
That's a good question.
That is a very good question.
Because like he doesn't look like he's in any condition to ambulate by himself.
He does not look too mobile, yeah.
Ways to pass the time.
Oh, even turning is a struggle.
Oh, man.
Well,
what do
isn't that handy? Just is like, yes, I am the Duke. Oh, yes, I live here. They don't bother me. Oh, and yes, I've accumulated all these what would you call them? Ammunitions.
Anything, my friend.
Increases the number of item slots available in your inventory. Well, I haven't had any trouble with inventory space so far.
Next we meet.
That's good. Handy. So, like, how many guns are you carrying? Like 10?
Just the 2. Just the 2.
It's like, wow, it must be nice to have pockets.
Mm-hmm. What to do next? I don't know, but we've been going for almost 3 hours here. So I'm thinking I should probably wrap this up, even though I'm really, really enjoying this game. This has been a lot of fun. So that's yeah, Resident Evil Village. Let me know if you want to see more content from this. Might do some guides for it or some more live streams. We'll see. But let's check in with Moon's artwork here. I mean, I can't wait to see this when it's done.
Mm-hmm.
It just looks so great, so derp. She's like, oh my goodness. But I had a feeling you'd like that that little character, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us for this live stream, and hopefully you enjoyed it, had a good time just relaxing with us, and we really appreciate you being here with us. I know there was, there was not a lot in news to talk about, but definitely had some interesting conversation along the way. But we're constantly looking for ways to improve this format. We may have, in addition to having her featured here, Moon, if we had a suggestion that maybe Moon streams the artwork portion on another channel as well, for those who want to see it larger while we're having the discussion time, so that might work. But anyway, subscribe if you haven't, and slam that like button, all of that good stuff. Thank you for joining us today. Hit up the Discord server. If you're not on the Discord server, check it out. The link's in the description below. You can have meet all kinds of interesting people there. Continue to have some interesting discussions, and as always, let us know what you want to see and what you want us to talk about here on the Triple S League. So, thanks so much for hanging out with us this morning. Any final words, Moon or Saib?
No, have a good one, and we're going to be watching, obviously, the news coming out about Starfield. We've been keeping our eye on it as close as we can. I'm really hoping that it's not going to be garbage.
Mm-hmm.
I can't promise that, obviously, but I seriously got my fingers crossed for that one, hoping and praying that we're going to get something that's somewhat decent.
Yeah, exactly.
So fingers crossed.
All right, folks. Thanks for hanging out. We'll talk to you later.